Trying to apply to schools like Harvard and MIT was not really something that I thought about. But you know, teachers here actually, they motivated me to try to apply to these schools, and they've told me to try to shoot for the stars and shoot for the farthest goals that you can. And it actually motivated me around sophomore year of high school to try to shoot for schools like MIT and Harvard, and in the end, it really paid off. My name is Alcides Manso. I am a student at Chicago Math and Science Academy, and I will be attending MIT this fall.
Alcides is one of the most impressive students I've ever taught. I've been teaching now for 6 years, and I could tell immediately that Alcides was one of the more special and intellectually curious is the word I want to use. Most students who are honors students care a lot about their grades, and that's a primary motivator. Whereas for Alcides, grades were always secondary. He was never begging me for extra points or trying to get ahead with his scores, but really what he cared about was understanding the material. So he's always been very mature, always been very curious, and just a wonderful student to have.
I would definitely say that Alcides has great leadership potential. Within his peer group, within his group of friends, if they start to go off task or start to do something else, and this is even in an honors classroom where students are very focused, but every now and again we as humans kind of relax a little bit. And he is able to kind of take that moment, take that beat, and take a step down and be like, okay, I'll also relax with you, and we need that downtime, but can refocus and refocus his peers really well. So not just being able to focus himself, but being able to refocus the people around them when they start to lose that opportunity and that want to focus. Like, he can bring them back with his leadership skills.
And throughout high school, I've had multiple experiences with STEM-related activities such as robotics and programming. It really allowed me to get really interested in, learning more about programming languages, building, working with other people, and that's something that I really plan to explore in college and my years after high school. So going to a school that's focused more on STEM really allowed me to explore any questions that I had about any STEM-related topic, and it allowed me to develop that passion for STEM. And now, looking at schools like MIT and Harvard that have really, pristine STEM education, I'm really thankful for that.
So I would imagine that a few years from now, Alcides will finish up and get his degree in something, probably doing with engineering or robotics is along those lines. That seems very much like a focus. I know that he has a very strong, he's on the robotics team and he's doing things along that line. Where he's going to go with his engineering decisions are going to be an interesting exploration for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he finds an interesting niche that is due to explore, and he creates the new item of some kind, or is part of a team that creates the new innovation in terms of our next technological leap. He's going to an amazing school and he's going to be an amazing person there.
The biggest growth I've seen from Alcides over the last 3 years is his willingness to be a more vocal leader. When I got him at first as a sophomore, they were just coming out of their remote year. This was their first year back in school. And while very mature, especially compared to his classmates who had missed that really important developmental year, he was not the most vocal or outgoing or expressive student in my class, even though he was clearly very brilliant. But more recently, in recent years, he's more come out of his shell and is more playful and vocal and more willing to lead, and it's been really wonderful to see.
I think at CMSA, the teachers have been the best support system that I've had, and they've really motivated me to do everything that I do, and have inspired me to hit the highest goals.
It's very matter of fact to him. This isn't something that surprises him. It's just like, oh, it's just another day. Whereas for a lot of us, that would not be just another day. And that potential that Alcides has to be this leader and to just kind of be this humble person that gets people to follow him I'm really excited to see where he decides to go with it, because he does have that just great potential.